Coming up with this week's episode is the 2-year anniversary of the podcast. We're going to be looking at our favourite memories and more, all in this week's episode of... My name is Fraser.
And my name is...
Your name is... Why are you censored?
Too much partying. That's what happens to you.
I know, and it's all for a valid reason as well, because it is the 2-year anniversary of the announcement of Help, I'm Stuck in a Podcast.
Why?
I can't believe it's been 2 years.
That is weird.
Literally, on this day, 2 years ago, the 18th of August, when this episode comes out, the first announcement of Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast came out. The trailer came out on Spotify for the first ever time. We officially announced it on our Twitters. We made everything public, and it all went live. And oh my god, what a 2 years it has been.
What a year.
Oh, what a year. And it's also episode 99, which means next week we get to celebrate episode 100 of Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast, which is crazy. We would have done, as of next week, and we'll delve into this more next week, as of next week we would have done 29 episodes of Season 2 and 71 episodes of Season 1, not including any announcement trailers, which is unbelievable.
That is weird.
So here we are. We're at the 2-year anniversary of the announcement of the podcast. We're doing well. I haven't even asked you how you are. How are you doing, Kai?
I'm alright. Doing better. How about you?
Yeah, doing good as well. Doing well and dandy. Keeping busy as per usual, and luckily making more plans as well to do more things, which I'm properly buzzing for.
Yes.
You've had quite a wacky week though, haven't you? You haven't been able to make plans the last week.
Oh, I had plans for this week, but they did not work.
Unfortunate stuff.
So, I to be fair, I did do a couple of things this week. We did more recording in the studio on Tuesday. So Tuesday last week it would have been now.
Yeah.
And we got all of the rhythm guitar and some vocals done and stuff. So all we got left is to do my lead parts in the songs and the bass and the backing vocals, and then it's just mixing.
Hey, that's not too bad. So you've literally done like the majority of the song then, and there's just like a little bit left to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wow. Bet you're buzzing for that to come out.
Oh, proper buzzing. And then what was meant to happen this week was I was meant to go to Rosie's on Thursday and then come back here on Friday because we would have had my gig. Then we were going to go to like Blue Water Shopping Centre.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday.
That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big one. And then Monday we were meant to go to our friend's gig, and that didn't happen. So she got COVID, so I haven't seen her all this week. But she's free as of midnight tonight. So Monday midnight, she's then.
Has she no longer got COVID? Is she testing negative now?
She's testing negative, so that's a good sign.
Oh, that's good news.
And I think I'm seeing her either Wednesday or Thursday. Not too sure. But I was also told to isolate, not because I'd seen her, because our studio producer had tested positive, and because we were in the exact same range with them, we had to isolate and test and whatever else. So I've been testing, and it's been negative, thankfully, and fun times. But otherwise, I'm also free from tonight. Or I'm free as of now, but I'm gonna go from tonight, just to be on the safe side.
Of course, yeah. God, so you've gone from like never being in contact to all of a sudden being in contact with 2 people at once.
Yep, pretty much.
Dear, just goes to show it's not over, everybody. It's not over.
Yeah.
And no matter how many precautions you take, sometimes it's impossible to avoid it.
Yeah, and it's really weird as well because on one side of the spectrum, our producer was completely fine, no symptoms, no nothing. He just suddenly tested positive. And then on the other side, Rosie, she got hit pretty hard with it. So you never know. You could get hit hard, you could get hit not at all. So be safe, keep safe.
Exactly. But anyway, so that was that. But we are now at this point where we're going to go back to the positive stuff.
Yes.
Not COVID positive, though. We're going to go back to the positive stuff, where we're going to focus again on the 2 anniversary of the podcast, and we're going to revisit some of our favourite moments, I'd say. We've had so many different things that we've talked about over the 2 years. We've had so many different things that have happened as well, ranging from negative things to very positive things. And also we've been talking about so many different things that have happened in the world, including, like, obviously the announcement of what happened with COVID and how everything went down. There's been so many things that have happened, but I know there's been a few standout moments for both me and hopefully you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say, for one of my favourite moments of the podcast so far was when we got together in person and we recorded the podcast episode in the basement of my house. We were there with Beta as well, and we were like chilling together, actually having a one-on-one conversation, and we just recorded that episode actually together. I felt that was the most real episode. Yeah, I think it was an hour long. And I think that was the episode where we talked about, like, haunted moments in our schools.
Yeah, that would have been right, I think.
Because I was talking about, I think it was the Bloody Mary story, where it was raining and storming and all the lights went out when we did Bloody Mary in the toilet. Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah. You know what? That's a really good episode as well for me, because the day after that, you know what we did?
I know what we did, but go on.
We picked up my special fluffy man.
We did, and that was, oh my god, that was so hard to, like, not talk about.
Yeah, because everyone's like, "What? Why are you there? What are you doing?"
Yeah, just randomly as well. It was, like, properly unannounced, and there was, like, no other major plan going on other than just Kai being around the house. It's like, why would you be in this direction? How can you come all this way to not do anything together? And secretly, that was what we were doing all along.
Yeah,
that was good.
Sweet.
I really enjoyed that, and that was, like, the last time we met up since before the pandemic as well.
Yeah, and then the most recent time, obviously, was, you know, a couple weeks.
It was 1.5 years since.
Yeah, which is weird.
Crazy
which also
stuff.
Means we've been friends for over 6 years.
It has. Oh my god, that's mental to think about.
Yeah,
I think 6.5 years, aren't we?
Yeah, something like that. When you were streaming the other day, there's that command you can do that finds out how long you've been followed.
Oh yeah.
And mine said 6 years and 2 months, I believe. Maybe 3.
That's like crazy. That is crazy to think about.
Yeah, that is very weird.
I think you've got to be one of the longest followers on there. I know 100%.
Oh, yeah.
My longest follower is my friend Brandon, because he's at 8 years. But I think you are easily in the top 10. I don't know who the other people are, but you're easily in the top 10.
I'm too good at this life thing, Fraser.
What about you? Have you got some other favourite moments?
Oh, definitely. If we go quite far back, I really enjoyed the episode where we had both Aiden and Thomas on.
Oh yes,
reliving our memory of almost dying on the way to Thorpe Park. That was a good story.
That was one of those where it's like you can't even make that shit up.
yeah, and that was good, and I proper enjoyed that. Some more recent ones though as well. I enjoyed when we had Sophie on.
Oh yeah,
that was really good because I remember we spoke about a bunch of roller coasters and stuff.
Oh, I love having guests on.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a while, so we should get another one soon.
We should. Our last guest was Tyser. It was great having him on as well, talking about his Tesla, talking about his career in content creation as well.
Yeah,
and
that was a lot of fun.
Going back quite early as well, I'd say, talking of favourite episodes, I'd say one of my favourite episodes as well was, it was a 20-second episode. We were talking about, we coincidentally had like quite funny and embarrassing emails come through at like the exact same time.
Yeah.
The one that happened at my work was somebody had sent out an email from like our reception because they received a package saying with like no name on it. It was just addressed to our company. And she sent out an email saying, oh, did anybody order some white plates? But she misspelt white and put shite. So it was like an office-wide announcement saying, has anybody ordered some shite plates?
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, that's definitely still one of the funniest moments that's happened in work.
Oh,
and
so
then
weird.
You had a funny work email laugh as well.
Do you remember what that was about?
Yes, I do actually. You were sent an email to your business email, and it was from Elsa. And Elsa
good
asked,
friend Elsa.
do you want to know my sexy secret? And you were like, no, I just want to build a snowman.
Oh, yes, indeed. Have we got any like random emails in our junk or anything at the moment?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm sure I do if I have a look.
My junk is I've got about 6 emails in a row that say more inches, more sex.
Are you gonna sign up for a bigger PP then?
Well, I don't know. It says African tribe elders give white man 12-inch elongated secret.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
So I might pass. You know, maybe that's a bit too big.
I've got one here that is completely Russian. And I don't know what the context is, but I'm also not going to click on translate because you should not do that on emails that you don't recognize. There's a couple here as well from the CIA saying that I have $27 million ready for me, and I've just got to email the CIA Intelligence Office.America111@yahoo.com.
That's quite nice of them.
Which seems extremely legitimate, the fact that they're going to be getting my email on a Yahoo email address rather than the actual CIA thing. There's another one saying I got 27 million. There's another one saying I got 27 million. So like, I really must be deserving 27 million. And then there's another one from Miss Marija Josep saying she owes me 4.3 million. So like, see you later, guys. I'm off to buy a yacht.
Oh, good luck to you.
Yeah,
can I have like £2?
Tell you what, I'll be generous. I'll give you £3.
Oh, you know how to make me happy, Fraser.
Yeah, it's episodes like that, you know, the random stuff which happens in our lives, but stuff that you can like properly relate to as well. Yeah, I really enjoy doing episodes like that.
Oh, remember when the ghost happened in an episode?
Oh my goodness, yeah, when you had that massive bang in the background.
Yeah, and we both heard it on the recording and stuff.
Yeah.
And we still couldn't really work out what it was.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever figured out what it was either.
No. And then I remember like a couple weeks later I was recording a video and there was like a noise and people were saying it was from my mouth, but I didn't, like my mouth was like slightly open, but I couldn't make any noises like that.
There's also one, this is my absolute favourite moment that's ever happened on the podcast, and I don't know if we've ever spoke about it, because we had to cut it out, but yet I saved the clip, because it was absolutely hilarious. And I still can't talk about exactly what it was, considering the nature of it, but I will talk about what it was in less detail. So, we were talking about a specific topic on the podcast, and
Lorraine Kelly?
No, Lorraine Kelly was fine. We were talking about some specific topic, and if you go back, you could probably figure out what it was. But basically, on that topic, we then said, have a search for it on Google if you want to figure out, if you want to see what it is. And then we realised that if you search that term on Google, a bunch of explicit images appear.
I don't remember what the term was, but I remember doing this.
I will send Kai a message. And yeah, we initially said, go search this term. And then we searched ourselves and we were like, oh my god, no, do not search this term. Oh,
yeah.
Please do not search this term. And we were wetting ourselves. And then we were like, we need to cut this out. And then we said it at the same time. And then we just absolutely blasted out laughing. Like, no, we cannot search that. Please do not search that.
That was a good time.
Do you know what? I think I might be able to insert the clip while censoring the search term.
Yeah?
So, here's the clip here. Google on Google Images. You won't get anything. Wait, no, you will. Don't Google it.
You will. Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
No. Shit. Right, let me cut that out.
Do you want to cut that out?
Yeah.
There's just one, isn't there? There's got to be one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well then.
Where was the last PG part? What was the last PG part? It's just before Google
you said it's basically just what I said.
Right, okay. I'm just going to continue from, that sounds like a fun game. And then we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Oh It's a shame that no one's ever going to be able to hear this bit.
I know, it's so
But
bad.
we just can't do it. We're not allowed to do it. Okay. Alright, composure. I'm going to wet myself the second I say it. I know it. So that was easily my favourite moment that's ever happened on the podcast.
Oh, that was such a good moment.
It was
I forgot all
absolutely
about that.
hilarious. I know, same. But then I was just like, hold on a minute. There is something better that's happened. That is it. That is it right there. I need to talk about this now. That was... The date on this clip says it was the 20... Ooh, no, we cannot say the date! Because otherwise people will know which episode it was. And I don't want people searching it. I don't want people searching it. It was a while ago, though, so you're going to have to be searching through quite a few episodes.
Yeah. So, near, Easter.
Maybe not. He might be lying, he might be not lying. It's up to you.
I am definitely lying.
Anyway, yeah, so that was our favourite moments. Do you have any more favourite moments? I mean, there's a lot of good moments, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like when we awkwardly added in bitch at the end of an episode and now we're stuck with it.
Yeah, literally almost 100 episodes on. Here we are.
Yeah, that was good.
Would you change anything?
Apparently a seagull would. In the background I just had So apparently we got to add some more
Add some more Okay, lovely.
Yeah, otherwise, no, I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Lovely. So, happy 2-year anniversary to us, and on to the next segment.
2-year anniversary. Fraser, you know Minecraft?
I do know Minecraft.
You know that mode that they have called creative?
I do.
And you know what everything's made out of in Minecraft?
They're all blocks, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I think both of us are stuck in a bit of right now?
Adventure mode?
Yeah.
Shit.
Pretty much, to be fair, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, both, I don't know, you might see like me and Fraser have been a bit here and there with stuff we're doing recently in terms of like videos and whatever else. Because we're both stuck in a bit of a creative block, truth be told. Fraser wrote this down on the document that we use, and I was literally like, yeah, me too. And that's one reason that I took like a month off of doing my own stuff, just because I was struggling with ideas. I'm still like, I've got ideas, but it's just not really as easy to do, I guess, at the moment. And that's something that's kind of stuck. Lately I've been uploading personally like a lot more music related stuff, just because it's stuff I've been doing more, I guess, and it's stuff that I do want to kind of show off a bit as well. But otherwise, I don't know, I'm just a bit stuck on what to do. Like if I open up my I remember speaking about it a couple of weeks ago. We had a section where we were talking about what we could be doing or whatever. Yeah. And I remember mentioning like the royalty free advice video and stuff,
which is really good. Yeah,
but it's just a bit difficult to kind of start, I guess. I want to do it with people, not on my own, you know? And it's a bit more difficult over Discord when that royalty-free song is going to be delayed and stuff, you know?
Yeah, literally.
So, who knows? But like, I've got a list of ideas of what to do. It's just hard to start them, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm in the same situation as well. I've got a little list going. I say a little list. There's quite a lot of ideas on there. Some of them are doable, and others I've literally had to postpone because fucking Jack's done them. It's like, I thought of these ideas myself, and I'm like, amazing! Oh, this would be a great video. And then that list has been sat on my idea list. Wow, I really messed up there, but that doesn't matter, we'll carry on. That idea's literally been on my list for over 6 months, and all of a sudden Jack uploads a fucking video, and I'm like, oh my god, Jack, why? Yeah. Please! And there's one of them that's been on there as well for over 1.5 years now, and I'm gonna have to get back in touch with the people that I'm waiting on, because like I've almost been waiting 1 year for like their response. It's a really massive project that I think I've very briefly talked about without giving away too much, and it's a gigantic project, and it's like I'm just like, oh, I'm so annoyed because this would have been amazing. And then fucking Jack's gone and done something not the same project at all, no way related, but is still tied in very loosely. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. I'm not copying, I promise. I came up with this ages ago.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry, you might have just heard in the background of my video like a bear.
What happened to the bear?
Coda got like really angry because someone knocked on the door, I think.
Oh, I see.
And he went running downstairs, was like, like midway through one of your sentences, and I started like cracking up. I was trying to be really quiet. Sorry, I interrupted that whole part, I think, but
That's okay.
It was funny.
That's okay. Yeah, so there's ideas to go off of, but it really is a case of I don't want to just do the ideas for the sake of doing them.
Yeah.
And it's the same with all content that I put on the channel. There's so many things I could do for the channel that are like, all right, 10, 15, 20-minute recording, not a lot of editing. It's going to be entertaining, but it's not going to be my best work. There's so many ideas where I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
It's like, yeah, it's content and people will probably enjoy it and I will probably enjoy doing it, which is good.
It just feels forced.
But yeah, exactly. You just don't want to force anything. You really want to put something out because you want to put something out rather than just doing it for the sake of hitting a weekly schedule. And I mean, I had my weekly schedule for the last year, and truth be told, I genuinely published everything I wanted to publish over those 52 weeks. Everything was genuinely something I wanted to upload and wasn't posted for the sake of it. But now, like, I'm at that point where I'm like, now what?
Yeah, I feel that. Fully.
I just don't want to drop below the standard I've set for myself. Like, the standard I've set myself is do stuff you want to enjoy and post stuff you want to post. And I don't want to hit one of the two criteria, which is post what you enjoy, but you don't necessarily have the drive to post it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're going to let your standards slip.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough kind of business to kind of be in sometimes.
Exactly.
Like it's like boo-hoo, you can't think of a video, what a shame. But like it's like you have to force yourself to try and be creative all the time, and it's not that easy, truth be told.
And you've got to be one step ahead of the game as well. And that's another really annoying thing, because fucking Tommy Innit stole an idea. Well, he didn't steal, he didn't know it was a thing. But I've been thinking of like in real life ideas to not only get myself out of the house a bit more, but I'm really enjoying the vlog content. The last two things I've uploaded have both been vlog content. One of them was literally just me and Aiden hanging out, going to a comedy show, going around on the e-scooters, that sort of stuff. And the other one was coming down to yours, and I loved editing together those videos. I really enjoyed recording them as well. And now I'm like, I've got a few more ideas. And fucking Tommy Innit comes out with a video, and I'm just like, please.
Is there one specific?
Yeah. Do you know what? There's two specific.
Can I guess? Is it
go on, then.
Is one of them the? Is it more recent?
Yep.
On his Tom Simons one, yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, let me open his channel.
You're gonna get it straight away because there's two of them.
Is one of them Ninja Warrior?
Yep.
And is the other one? Is either the obstacle course? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say either obstacle course or the water one.
And I was thinking like, that'd be amazing. It'd be so good to do that again, not just for the fun of it, but also for recording. And then all of a sudden, Tommy in it. Oh, go ape! Here we go! Yay!
I think you've spoken to me about this before, because I remember you mentioning Ninja Warrior to me at one point.
Yeah, months ago. How that I want to do it. And same with Go Ape as well. And do you know what's funny as well? There's like various different Go Ape sites in the UK. Tommy went to the fucking one that I've gone to before, and the one that I would have recorded at, because I know that it's got the longest zip wire in the UK.
Just do it anyway. I'll come with you. Why not?
But I'm just like, oh my god.
I've got a GoPro now. We can do that.
I know, and I will do it anyway, and I'm gonna upload it. But
tell me when you're doing it, and I'll come. We'll do it together.
There's nothing worse from a content creation point of view when you think of these ideas and you're like, yes, I'm gonna love doing this, and I'm gonna love putting this out, and then someone else beats you to it. And I'm not saying he's the only person on earth that's ever uploaded Ninja Warrior, and he's the only person on earth that's ever uploaded Go Ape.
But because it's that same
ideas
sort of
myself.
Community.
Exactly.
When it's that same community, they'll get a comment saying, "Oh, Corbin!"
Exactly. And it's so annoying. Especially as I literally didn't get inspiration from anyone to think of those ideas.
Yeah.
And that's the best. When you think of an idea which has no inspiration and isn't necessarily popularized from people doing it before, you feel amazing. and then it fucking comes and shits in your face, and you're like, ugh. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do it at some point anyway in the future. I mean, when you come round, we'll go.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll bring my GoPro. I'll bring
everything else. Bring yourself.
Yep. I thought it was gonna be a lot more exciting than that, but it's not really anything else I can bring, is there?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So let's arrange a time for you to come over and let's do it.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
But there is one thing I'm looking forward to doing lately, which
Hobo.
I think... You what?
Oh, no, that says Habo.
Yes, hobo. No, Habo, like, seems to have done quite well on my channel. Like, for me, it's actually doing well. It's hit the search, and there's been so much good feedback from it. Like, it's been out for about 3 months now, and there's been so much good feedback from Habo that I feel like I need to do it again. The person that got me out in the fridge game found my video, which was absolutely hilarious. There's been a few people as well that found me on Instagram, and they're like, oh my god, watch your Habbo video with my friends, and they loved it. And more recently, a Habbo fan site, Vibe Habbo, got in touch with me directly. They tweeted out my video like, this is what happens when Fraser plays the fridge game. And because I got out literally straight away, it's a hilarious clip. They got in touch and they're like, hey, let's do something soon. Let's give you the experience you deserve. Playing a few of our games, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So like, I'm looking forward to that. They've got in touch and they're like, reach out, let's do something. So I'm actually looking forward to doing that. But yeah, it's just rare to get an opportunity like that, you know. It's rare to get like the drive to look forward to an idea.
Yeah, I get that.
Hopefully though, we will both be free from our creative block soon.
I think because it's summer at the moment, you know, we're kind of just wanting to enjoy it a bit more as well after not having anything to kind of enjoy for the last 2 years.
Exactly.
So I think that's kind of what's stuck in our brains as well. And when we do get opportunities to go and just do something else, you know, we'll take that over doing work.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get out of it. It's just one of those times, isn't it? A bit of a rut.
Definitely that. A bit of a rut.
Yeah.
And finally, last week we announced we're going to be doing a new segment for a little bit. It might be for a while, it might stay for a little bit. It all depends how things go. The new segment is called Question of the Week. Hey, that reminds me of Harry Hill's TV book.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that from Harry Hill?
Yeah, no. I just randomly sang it and I'm like, oh god, that actually sounds like it. Maybe we can get a jingle for this section. TV highlights of the week.
That was it, yeah.
That's it. But I might also call it Topic of the Week, I don't know. So, this is kind of like going to be the replacement for the secret word for a little bit. Each week, we're going to be reading out a question of the week, also known as Topic of the Week. We don't want it to be a question that's like a Q&A question, like, oh, what's your favourite sandwich? We want it to be something that we can discuss backwards and forwards, making points. So that's why I'm thinking of calling it Topic of the Week instead. So if there's something real that's going on in the world right now, like what's our opinion? Last week I gave the example of what do you think of the fires that are going on in the world right now. You know, topics like that we can discuss. And yeah, we tweeted out, this is what we're going to be doing. Yeah. And we wanted people to reply to our tweet. And it looks like we got a few replies for our first ever Topic of the Week, which is great. Shout out to everybody that did do that. Peter, Lily, Kai. Lily actually submitted 2 there. And they're all really good questions. But the one that we've gone with for this week is, what is the worst film you've ever seen, but what is the best part about it?
It's quite a good question, to be honest.
Which is actually good, because like you always, when you have a worst film, or when you hate a film, you always highlight the worst bits of it. Always. And you'll never talk about actually what's good about it. So I chose that question because it's a very contradictory question, and if you want to use that as like a standard in the future, if you want to submit a new question of the week to us at Stuck in a Podcast, use that as kind of like a baseline of what we're looking for, something that we can discuss, because a discussion is ultimately what we're trying to get out of this new segment. Now, I've had to think about this. I don't know if Kai's had to think about this, so I'm going to put my hand up.
Yeah, I've got
mine. You have got one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll still go first, and then we'll come to Kai's. Do you know what? This one that I've chose is one that I really enjoyed when I was younger, but it is the worst film ever. The only reason I enjoyed it when I was younger is because I was part of the Nickelodeon Film Club when that existed, They sent you free Nickelodeon merchandise. They gave you a free cinema ticket.
Oh.
And then as part of the film club, if you were to watch further films, you then stamp off your Nickelodeon Film Club thing, and then eventually you get more films. But the first one was free. So when I was younger, I was like, oh my god, first free movie ever. As part of the film club, I am exclusive. 8-year-old me was buzzing, or however old I was.
Go like 8.
The worst film I've ever seen is The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D.
I thought you were going to say that.
It is the shittest film on the planet.
Yeah.
It has the stupidest plot ever. You have two characters, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Really?
No. Shark Boy can become a little shark hybrid who has like weird teeth and he has his own fin. And then Lava Girl, she's kind of like, well, she is what she says on the tin. She can create fire and lava, but she's quite uncontrollable with her powers. So like, because she doesn't know how to use her powers, things like often catch fire. And I feel like that's such a primary school storyline. You know, in year
Probably was
3...
written by someone in primary school.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's such a primary school storyline. And I feel like it's something that, like, you're told to create 2 new characters and you get taught about quirks. And then you, as a primary school child, you over-exaggerate your quirks. And I feel like Lava Girl, who can magically produce lava and fire, but she ain't got a fucking clue how to control it. That's such a primary school thought of quirk.
Yep.
The sad thing about it as well is it was directed by Robert Rodriguez, who actually directed Spy Kids, which is actually quite a good film series.
Yep.
So he's gone from like a pop to a flop all of a sudden by making Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D.
Yikes.
Anyway, yeah,
what was
so
the best
that's
part of it though?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of, because they have this really, really, really awful CGI. I mean, it was 2005, I believe it was released.
I mean, if you look at Spy Kids as well, the CGI in that is not good. If you look at it
it's
now,
not good, but it's better.
Yeah.
I mean, the aim of Spy Kids was to prove that they were in a game. So immediately your standards are dropped because you think, right, 2005 game quality, triangular everything, rocky textures, and if anything, Shark Boy and Lava Girl was probably advanced for its time in terms of CGI in a game.
Yep.
Sorry, Spy Kids was quite advanced for its time with CGI in a game, but Shark Boy and Lava Girl was just shocking. I would be mean and I'd say the best part is the end, but there were actually a couple of good parts. I'd say there's only one bit that I can properly focus on though. And have you ever watched the film, by the way?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, so I won't get you guessing, because if I get you guessing, then we'd be here for literally ages.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say the best part is when it ends, but that's not what I mean. I'd say the ending, so not actually when the thing's over. I'd say the
like
ending is actually relatively exciting.
Okay.
Now, I would go into information about it, but I know that the memory that I have of the ending is very, very, like, fuzzy.
Yep.
But I know that the ending was related to a tornado, and the tornado happened, and I think there's this guy, like,
maybe I have seen this then.
I think this is electrical guy. I genuinely can't remember what his name is, and they defeat the electrical guy. In
I
this
feel like
tornado.
I have seen this, you know.
You probably have, but it's just one of those films where it's got nothing memorable about it other than the big thing which happens at the end, which is the tornado.
I remember the tornado part and like the electrical guy and whatever else.
And I think that's it. And then they reunite at the very end. And I thought, when I was younger, I was like, oh my god, tornado, this is amazing. And
then you rewatch it.
Yeah, and then you rewatch it when you're older and you're like, wow, this is absolutely shite. So I'd say, yeah, that's probably the best part about it, because I remember younger me, while younger me had very low standards for films and would enjoy anything I watched, younger me found that really exciting. So I would say that is my worst film that I've ever seen, but that's the best part.
Wow, well, that's always nice.
Yeah. What about you then?
So my mum watched a film a long time ago, and I say a long time ago. It's about, I don't know, probably about a year and a half ago, maybe, or a year ago. Yeah, I'd say about a year ago. And she said, if you're ever with some friends and you want to watch something really bad, but want to have a laugh as well, it's a horror film. And I was like, okay, cool. And she said, watch a film called Zombievers.
Zombievers?
Yep, I've sent you a picture of the Zombiever.
Is it Zombie Beaver? Oh my god, it is a Zombie Beaver.
And it's basically a group of college friends. I'm going to read what it says on Google here. You ready?
Uh-huh.
College friends find their weekend of sex and debauchery ruined when deadly zombie beavers swarm their riverside cabin.
Oh, what the hell?
It is such a bad film. It's just not good. And like, the
what's its
acting in it's
rating?
not good. It's 15.
15 out of 100?
Oh no, just rating 15 plus.
Oh, okay. What's like the Rotten Tomatoes rating?
Rotten
IMDb?
Tomatoes. Hold on, let me have a look. Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes has rated it a. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Audience score 31%. Yeah.
Okay, so that's quite low.
Tomato meter 71%.
What the fuck?
Are you joking?
How does that work?
Me and my friends watched this on Halloween, right? Because my friend was having like a little Halloween party, and it was just when COVID restrictions kind of got eased a little bit, and they were like, you can now have up to 6 people indoors or something like that.
Yeah.
Last year. And so we went round at Halloween, had like a little Halloween party, and we watched Zombievers between 4 of us. And it was so bad.
Oh my god.
My mum described it, when she described it to me, she was like, if you want to see a really bad film with the odd bit of like boobs or something like that, Zombievers. And that was what we did. It was so bad that I think they were aiming for a sequel as well, which never got released.
Zombievers 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So, I can't really explain it. If you want to watch it, go watch it. It's just so bad.
But what is the best part
about it is that it's so humorous as well for no reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it humorous because there's actually funny moments in it, or is it humorous because it's so bad that it's good?
Yeah, because it's so bad that it's good. Like, I think that's the thing that kind of saves it a little bit. But
what was its budget? I did do a little Google for Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and apparently the budget was 15 million. And I'm just like, how on earth did a 15 million? Oh, 2, right, so that kind of reflects the quality then.
Its box office return, though, 44,000.
Oh my god, bankruptcy!
It's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
Oh my god, so that's kind of like their recovery from bankruptcy then, hoping that the subscriptions pay off for it.
Although, you know when you usually like search it on Google or something like that, and it comes up saying like it's available on blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's not available anywhere now. So they have removed it from Netflix.
Oh dear. Well, you can't blame them, can you?
No.
I'll have to give it a watch one day.
So bad though. Yeah, if you want to have a laugh with some friends or whatever, literally go watch it with your friends. It's so bad.
Disclaimer, bear in mind, Kai said this is a 15 plus, so if you're under 15, please do not watch this because it does include sex and zombie beavers.
Yeah.
And I realised I said include instead of include.
It does include.
Yeah, just ignore that bit.
But yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a watch at some point.
Oh, definitely do.
Until then, I think that is all for this week's episode. Thank you all so much for listening to the 2-year anniversary of... Don't forget to follow us right here on Spotify so you get informed as to when we next upload, but make sure you also turn on notifications so you properly do get informed as to when we next post our next episode, the 100th episode of Help, I'm Stuck in a Podcast. Also make sure you follow us on our Twitter at Stuck in a Podcast, where you can submit your topic of the week for us to be able to talk about. As well as that, we also announce when we're doing community episodes and when we need other input as well. And you get notifications on Twitter as to when we upload new episodes as well. Make sure you follow us on our personal Twitters at KairosBest and at FraserIRL. That's also our usernames for everywhere else as well. So just give it a search. We're probably there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Anything else from you, Kai?
No, not really.
Cool. Until next time, don't get eaten by a zombie beaver.
Bitch!